Hey guys, I'm Kamen Rider Silver, and today we will be doing a review on the Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts Izuku Midoriya, or Deku, from My Hero Academia. As you guys know, I'm a Kaiju and Godzilla fan, but I am also a super big fan of My Hero Academia. So this figure is absolutely a dream come true. When they announced it, I just couldn't believe that we were finally getting some SH Figuarts My Hero Academia figures. And on top of that, these are the newest final season looks of the characters. I was afraid that when we started a new My Hero line, we would start all the way from the beginning. I feel like that happens a lot with figure lines. But here, we went straight to the most current costume for this awesome character, Izuku Midoriya. Oh my gosh, I am just so excited to open this up. I had originally ordered this guy from Hobby Genki, but Hobby Genki is just taking forever. Like, I've been hearing from other people that their processing system right now is just ridiculous. So I said, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm ordering one from eBay, and I'm going to review this as soon as it comes. So here it is. This is the box. It says Deku. You got a nice open window look at Deku right there, My Hero Academia. You've got some of his portraits on the side. And then you've got some more action shots on the back. And another picture on the side. And this really cool electrified shot right there. So let's open Deku up. And here's Deku outside of the packaging. Wow, guys, I have a lot of thoughts about this figure. First, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. You have multiple faceplates here, including this mad gritting teeth one. You have a happy one. You have the one that comes on the figure, which is just a neutral, determined face. And then you have the screaming one, which has these little lines right there, which indicate that he is in gear shift mode. He only gets those that kind of shading when he's in gear shift. And then you have a few different hair plates, I guess. This is one waving in the wind. And then the one on Deku is just his normal. And then you have the gear shift eyes and ruffled hair, and I had no idea how they were going to do this eye energy effect, and seeing it in person, I now understand it. These are connected to the hair piece, and then when you put a faceplate underneath it, they kind of lay over the eyes, sometimes better than others, and you have to kind of move them a little bit, but then that's how you get the eyes going. So that is very interesting. And then you've got a couple different hands. You've got these grabbing hands. Not quite sure when we would really need these. And then you have the reaching hands. So that's good. And then you have his fist hands, of course, on the figure. And then the best accessory in the set, the absolute best accessory, is this black whip hand. This looks so cool with the black effect, and then it goes to kind of a bluish green turquoise at the top. This effect is from a very, very specific scene, and so I was just blown away when I saw that this was included, because this is such a specific reference. So that is so cool. Looking at Deku himself, I'll put these accessories to the side for now. This is so darn cool. Oh my gosh. I love that it is his newest costume, with the mid gauntlets, with the Air Force gloves, with his Gran Torino cape, and with all the new detailings that his costume has, with the gold stripes and the new knee pads and all of that, just all combined into one figure. You know, for the longest time, us customizers were trying to turn the Revoltech figure basically into this suit. So we were making custom arms, we were buying third-party Air Force gloves, and it all is in this figure. So it is just miraculous to see this all in one go. What I really like about this figure is that it captures Deku's kind of exaggerated proportions. I'm going to bring in the Revoltech right away, because the comparisons have to be made. They're about the same size, but you can see the difference. Look how big the SH Figuarts feet are. They're humongous. And then compare the hands. They're also much larger on the SH Figuarts. The Revoltech has more human-like proportions, but the SH Figuarts has those comic book My Hero proportions. taking a closer look at that face, very, very good. Good shading on the hair. You can see his mask in there. You can see the cape has its little buttons and its little ruffles, and this is cool how this is done on a little ball joint back here. I think that's very smart. So you can move it however you want. You've got his shoulders up there, his shoulder plates painted very nicely. The orange, yellowish gold stripes are really good. This part looks good, very clean. Love the red on the mid gauntlets, and the little segments are also in the joint. That's super cool. The Air Force gloves look great. All the little details in there. The blue and the gold button. I designed so many of these over the years, so to see an official one is crazy. And then the actual gloves themselves right there have the little notches on the knuckles, and they're painted green on the inside. Looks great. You've got his little satchels right here, and these move, so that's cool. And they go all the way around, and you've got his little cowl there. And then the iron soles look really, really good. These huge feet, but they really do go well with the style. And all the gold buttons, everything on here is painted super good. Some really nice joints, sculpted joints all over this figure really make this. I really love this. The one thing about this figure that I wasn't disappointed about, but I was just like, okay, that's interesting, is that it's very plastic looking. The prototypes were all painted, and if you look at the Riveltech, everything on here is painted, like the white and all that. It's painted plastic. It's not white plastic, where the SH Figuarts is all molded plastic in the color, so it ends up looking a little more plasticky, which is maybe not a bad thing, but it shocked me a little bit. But that is so darn cool. Wow. Now, swapping out some face plates. Let's take this off. It's very interesting. His hairline right there is in the sculpt, so he looks like he has stitches. Pop that off, and I'm going to instantly go to the gear shift face. Kind of have to adjust the eyes so that those line up. And wow, look at that. He is pissed. Shigaraki! Look at that. That looks so cool. Such a great expression. Now let's pop in Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that, but the joint came apart when I pulled off the hand. I don't know how that did not break. The pieces are still together and the joint still works, but that was the scariest thing I've ever done. I should have heated that up first, but even then, it still wanted to pop off. So be careful with that, guys. I'm gonna put in the other hand now. All right, I've got the other hand on now. And now I'm afraid to swap these hands out. So I think the smash punch hand is gonna stay on now, and for the time being, I'm gonna keep the black whip on because that looks really darn cool. Look at that! Wow. Now, as far as articulation goes, this guy is really, really good. Coming up here to the head, I want to show off this kind of engineering in the back. This is a separate little mullet piece that kind of moves around as you move it, so you can get a good little crunch in and a good little bit back, especially if you kind of move it around the scarf right there, get all around. And yeah, these eyes like to move, so keep those in place. And then you've got a butterfly joint here at the shoulder, goes up really nice, down, and then there's a bicep swivel right here at this part of the armor, double jointed elbows, very cool. And then really awesome, there's a joint right here at the base of the gauntlet, so you can get some movement in there, and then more movement at the hand. And of course, be careful with that. There's an articulation point here in the scarf. There's a little joint right there, so that's cool. You can get a nice crunch in there. Wow, look at that. That is crazy. And you can look back very well. There's a really good joint right here at the hip. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee, And then there's really free range movement here at the ankle, and this is a floating cuff piece at his shoe. So such good articulation on this figure. I just cannot wait to get this guy in some crazy poses. Scaling Deku up, he's the same size as the Revoltech figure, so he stands at just about under 6 inches. Let's bring in that Revoltech one more time and take a closer look at the differences. Two different kinds of greens here. The Revoltech is more blue, the SH Figuarts is more of a true green, and the faces are very different on these figures. I used to think that the Revoltech was super accurate, but now looking at it, the SH Figuarts has got it spot on with the flow of the hair, with the eyes. Not to say I don't love this Revoltech figure. I really do. And when I got this back then, this was like my favorite figure ever. I just absolutely adored this thing. But there are some clear stylistic differences here, and I just think the new Figuarts really takes the cake. Bringing in another Revoltech figure, here is Bakugo. I think these guys actually look pretty darn good together. And I am excited for the SH Figuarts Bakugo. Bringing in another Tamashii Nations anime figure. Here is the SH Figuarts Chainsaw Man. And kind of very similar plastic feel like on the legs. I do think that the Chainsaw Man has a nice matte coat on the outside. But besides that, these do feel like very similar quality figures. And last but not least, you can't have Deku without All Might. Here is the Revoltech All Might. And just look at them. They look so great together. And there you go, guys. There was a look at the SH Figuarts Izuku Midoriya Deku figure from My Hero Academia. This is one of my favorite figures. I feel like there's so much more I want to say about this figure, but I just don't know how to say it because this is so cool, and this is one of my absolute favorite animes, so there's just so much to love here. I've got him in a pose ready to beat Shigaraki into tomorrow. This is such a cool and fun to pose figure. You guys really need to check it out, and I am just over the moon that Tamashii Nations has taken on this line, and soon we are getting Armored All Might along with Bakugo and Shoto Todoroki. So this is going to be a line that I get every single figure of, and now I'm going to have 2 Dekus because another one is on the way from Hobby Genki. But maybe I'll sell that off. Maybe I'll keep it in box because this figure is just too cool. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Smash out.